Kamala Harris is pushing the idea that President Trump referred to the coronavirus as a hoax. One more time, Washington Post gave that 4 Pinocchios. It's as bad as you can get. And then she claimed that Donald Trump has not used the act that allows him to compel companies to produce things to deal with this virus. He has.
He calls the thing a hoax. He calls it a hoax.
No, he didn't.
He rejects the science.
What does that mean? He rejects the science. He tells people to come out there and just contact your latest witch doctor and do a couple of dances and go back to work. What do you mean he rejects the science? What does that even mean? See, they have these meetings every morning over at CNN. Here's the line now. Repeat that he called it a hoax. Say that he rejects the science. And say that he told people to swallow Lysol in order to get rid of the coronavirus. Those are the lines that Donald Trump is not listening to the science. He's being irresponsible. He's being incompetent. Those are our lines.
He calls the thing a hoax. He calls it a hoax. He rejects the science. He fails to speak truth to the American people.
Fails to speak the truth to the American people. By the way, it is true that President Trump is getting a 38% rating on trustworthiness when it comes to the coronavirus. Joe Biden is getting 28%. I'm just saying.
He deflects blame. He places blame on everybody.
So China does not deserve any blame whatsoever? The World Health Organization does not deserve any blame whatsoever? Okay.
He fails to use a tool in the toolbox of the President of the United States, whoever that may be. That tool in a time of crisis is called the Defense Production Act.
He has used it, Ms. Hoskins.
What is the Defense Production Act? It says, President, if you're leading in a time of crisis and you need to meet the moment with the production of things that can avert the crisis or minimize the crisis, you have it in your power to encourage and require the private sector to produce those things.
All right. I got a question. I've been on CNN a few times. I haven't been on in a very long time, not because I have not agreed to come on. They haven't asked. And I got fact-checked. One time I said if Black America were a separate country, it would be the 15th or 16th largest country in the world. Where'd you get that? Gave them the information. They said I was right. But then they said, well, if you do it on a per capita basis, then it goes from being 15 or 16 to way down to like 28th or 29th. I said, I didn't say anything about per capita. You did. And the fact check organization is a Tampa Bay newspaper, by the way. And they once had an article where they said China will soon have the largest economy. So I wrote a column about how they criticized me for not doing on a per capita thing when I talked about the black economy. It turns out if you do the Chinese economy on a per capita basis, it's 5,000 versus our 40,000. It's not even close. So they didn't even do what they told me to do. Is Kamala Harris going to get fact-checked over her assertion that President Trump referred to the coronavirus as a hoax? Is she going to be fact-checked over her assertion that President Trump has not used the Defense Act that allows him to compel companies to manufacture products that are necessary to deal with this coronavirus pandemic? Is she going to be fact-checked?